Joining us right here on ET Now is an extremely special guest. Colonel Rajyavardhan Rathore joins us right here. Thank you very much for being with us. It really is a double treat as far as you are concerned. You've just been given in charge of INB, so congratulations on that count and on a very good show in Karnataka. My first question to you, sir, will have to be that this is a great show in Karnataka. You've almost doubled your vote share. You're obviously the single largest party. Whose victory this is, and how confident are you about government formation? Because you're still short of those numbers. You're not at 113, but it's a foregone conclusion that you will be forming the next government in Karnataka after such a stupendous show that you've put up.
Well, thank you so much for your congratulations, and I would like to thank the people of Karnataka, all the voters of Karnataka. This is a people's victory, undoubtedly. They are the ones. This is the new politics of India, that it's the people that not just choose a government once in 5 years, but are directly in charge of which direction that the government needs to take. That is a style of communication that Prime Minister has now created between the country and him. Look at it, 21 states are now with Bharatiya Janata Party. What is the reason behind it? It's because in yesteryears, the Prime Minister was too mute, too silent, too much in control of certain compulsions. But now people see a Prime Minister who's free of all these clutches. This Prime Minister is doing things that every person wants a Prime Minister to do. So there's a direct connect by the work, by this method of governance. Now the second is a direct connect by his social media presence. The Prime Minister, being very contemporary, connects with the people through his Mann Ki Baat, through his mobile application. He tells people the work that he's doing, and he wants his officers to go down in the fields, including the ministers, to find how much work has happened. Our philosophy of Antyodaya, which is that Antim Vyakti ki ka uday ho, the last person in the line must get the resources that this country has. Our work in that is now showing results. So yes, it's a people's victory. It's also a phenomenal leadership of Prime Minister Modi, a vision that people see that our Prime Minister has, and also his execution. Not to forget, the party president, who is, if you see his schedule, it's amazing. The sort of working hours he puts in, the sort of travel that he does is absolutely amazing. It's just difficult for somebody to just follow his travel schedule, leave aside the amount of mind that he has to put across. So it's a collection of all these things that allows us to give these numbers that what you're showing on your television.
Right. No, absolutely, Colonel Rathore. And before I go across to asking you the questions about some speculation about Congress and JDS coming together, I have to ask you the point that you made, that today's politics has changed. People want to see delivery. People want to see development. What will this verdict mean as far as reforms are concerned? Because, you know, you have yourself espoused some of the, some of the populist measures, like a loan waiver in Karnataka, something that you have been opposed to here in New Delhi. What sort of reform trajectory are we going to see on account of this verdict?
A parent is a good parent when he's able to see between the siblings as to who needs the support and who needs a certain direction to move further harder. And similarly, if we were a populist government, we would not have come up with things like the GST or the denotification or many other measures to improve on taxation in our country. Also in terms of the black money laws, if we really were a populist country, we wouldn't have taken many decisions. So I do not agree to that word at all. In terms of people who are really struggling in terms of making a living, and if those are the people who are actually working to feed the rest of the nation, and if those are the people who are the majority of the population, we need to find a method by which to increase their farming incomes, to get them from the farming, to get some of the people from the farming into other sectors. The government is working on that.
Okay, indeed, the government is working on that. But Colonel Rathore, you know, this is a big victory. You again get a foothold back in the south, and I think the victory is even bigger if you see how your vote share has improved from about 19.3 odd percent to about 37% that we're talking about. Even though the Congress has a higher vote share, my question really is that how is this election going to be different from what you're going to face next, which is Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Chhattisgarh, because that is where you have been in government for the last decade now. I'm presuming there will be some amount of anti-incumbency. You're not the challenger there, you're the incumbent there.
Well, our party president has repeated this often, that anti-incumbency is when your system of governance is not correct. And so there is a positive flow of emotions when your government has been performing. And these are the three states which have traditionally been with Bharatiya Janata Party when we did our presence in the entire country was minuscule. Now that we are making inroads into regions where we never were or we hardly were there, there is a sense that these three states would also get. It's like 21 states of the country are with Bharatiya Janata Party, and the traditional states would certainly also see the good governance that Prime Minister Modi and his entire machinery that he is putting in place would see that. And therefore, my sense is that there is plenty of time now for the mood to become really, really favorable in these three states. I do not see any change in the direction that the entire country is moving.
You know, Colonel Rathore, there is breaking news that's coming on our screens as well as Times now. As we speak right now, the Congress and the JDS have decided to get together and are likely to meet the governor. In fact, Kumaraswamy is likely to have also accepted the position of the chief minister if he's offered one in this alliance. This is quite a volte-face from what we are really seeing. From being the single largest party, is there a possibility you could be losing out to the Congress and the JDS combined?
But this is just a hypothesis, and well, no harm discussing on our television. However, the largest single party is ours as of the count right now. The count is still going on, and the people have voted for us as the largest party, and therefore we would get the first choice as is the people's choice, and that's why we've been voted as the largest party. So I do not see anything changing. We will remain the largest single party, and we will form the government. Thank you.
Indeed. Okay. Can I take a quick follow-up question to you on that? Okay. I think he's in a bit of a rush there. But that's Colonel Rajyavardhan Rathore.